Golovkin made his U.S. debut.
Now, come on, fighting at the bell.
Praska was being hit and hurt pretty much from the first bell. HBO was wowed by the attacking fluency of Triple G as he bludgeoned his victim in 5 one-sided sessions.
Natural heavy hand. Good left hand to the body and left to the head. Down goes Praska.
Polish opponent Grzegorz Praska was a wily southpaw who had shown form on the European scene. But there are levels to this game.
Oh, right hand hurt Praska. Golovkin steps in and down he goes again.
Fans quickly realized why Germany's Felix Sturm had not been overly keen on facing Golovkin.
How tough is Praska? Now the referee stops it.
Guys, there is a monster in the middleweight division, and he said he'd fight anyone.
June 2001, as a late substitute, Filipino Manny Pacquiao burst onto the American boxing scene. His foe, South African Lesionolo Ledwaba.
Punch him up. He took this fight on only 2 weeks' notice, and he is banging Ledwaba right now.
Pacquiao, the previously unknown southpaw, proved speed and power go hand in hand. Boom! The champion, Ledwaba, hit the canvas 3 times in this stunning upset. Pacquiao went on to defend his crown, facing several proven adversaries.
This is some prospect.
With a dynamic southpaw style,
Oh, big left hand by Pacquiao.
the Filipino destroyer was on the verge of ushering in a new era in boxing.
Manny is going to be a threat for anybody in the featherweight division.
His future looks exciting.
Brave as always, Gabriel Rosado stood to Golovkin and tried to fight fire with fire for as long as he could manage. An early cut to the Philadelphian's left eye hampered his chances as the bout progressed.
Blood on the left eye of Rosado. Oh, good right hand on the uppercut, rock back Rosado.
Rosado's face was a mask of blood when the bout was terminated during the 7th.
Tino, I gotta stop it, man. Tino, I gotta stop it. Your son's gonna die, man. You can't see the punches.
They're gonna stop it. The corner of Rosado stopping it. Come on. The Rosado corner did the right thing. They asked the inspector to step up to the top of the ropes and stop it.
Well done, Billy Briscoe.
November 2003, eager for a big challenge, Pacquiao clashed with pound-for-pound superstar Marco Antonio Barrera.
Hard left hand, straight on the button by Pacquiao, down goes Barrera. Barrera getting 3 chances to counter with the left hook, but taking a lot of leather to do it. Barrera's left eye is now starting to swell badly.
With explosive presence, Pacquiao silenced the skeptics.
Marco Antonio Barrera taking by far the worst physical beating of his career. There's no way a great fighter should have to go through 3 more minutes of this. Barrera's corner man is up on the apron. He's going to step into the ring. That's a good decision. Finally, a superstar emerges in San Antonio.
Latest jaunt over to Monte Carlo saw Golovkin presented with a Japanese veteran to feed on.
Nobuhiro Ishida!
Ishida had gone the distance with Paul Williams and the fearsome Dmitry Pirog, so on paper represented a decent test. A swiping left jab made room for a stunning right hand that knocked Ishida through the ropes and out cold. The referee waved it off as concerned officials helped the stricken boxer to his feet.
May 2004. A few months later, Pacquiao faced Mexican boxer puncher Juan Manuel Marquez. In the first round, the Pac-Man with furious intent dropped Marquez 3 times.
Juan Manuel Marquez hasn't ever seen anything like that.
Who has?
But in a tremendous display of resiliency, Marquez continued on.
Hard right hand stuns Pacquiao. Pacquiao once again wants to fight fire with fire. Marquez pops him with the right again.
This was called by many the fight of the year. Both warriors battled through withering assaults and vicious attacks.
Both have the hearts of champions.
A hellacious night would end with a disappointing and controversial draw.
Another statement victory for Triple G, who blasted through respected former world title challenger Macklin with a minimum of fuss.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Macklin had been competitive with Sergio Martinez, whom Golovkin was rapidly chasing down.
Knocks Macklin into the ropes with a left hook.
Softened up from jabs and a constant flow of aggression, spirited Macklin was not one to fall easy.
Macklin with the guts of a burglar fires a big left hook and lands it.
A ripping body shot in the third took away his resolve and ended this HBO Boxing After Dark attraction well before time.
Golovkin's going to have to do what he has to do like that to get
Body
Macklin
shot
out of here.
puts Macklin down. It'll be the 14th consecutive knockout for Gennady Golovkin. It comes in the third round.
And what we just saw was not ordinary, it was extraordinary. That kind of punching power.
January 2006. Before a frenzied Las Vegas crowd, Pacquiao sought redemption. This time, the Filipino fighter wasted no time in dismantling Morales.
The war is on.
Round by round, Pacquiao attacked and attacked. A visibly worn down and beaten Morales
Totally exhausted.
faced the inevitable in the late rounds. With blistering jabs and hooks and hard straight left hands,
That's the first real knockdown of Eric Morales' career.
Pacquiao seized the moment. Morales could not repeat his past success against Pacquiao, losing his fourth fight as a pro and setting the stage for a new trilogy.
Stevens arrived with a big punch and an even bigger mouth. The Brownsville banger had been goading Golovkin in the build-up with crass memes and images of caskets.
Curtis Stevens.
Stevens became an instant meme when his own face displayed exactly what it feels like to taste Golovkin's punching power.
Good left hook by Golovkin. Down goes Stevens. Look on Stevens' face there says 1,000 words. That was a face that said, wow.
Dropped in the second round, pushed onto the back foot continuously while still trying to land his own bombs, a battered Stevens was withdrawn after 8 rounds.
Into the corner. And he makes it out of round 8. And they're going to stop it in the corner.
That's a great stoppage.
Andre Rozier had seen enough.
10 months after Pacquiao evened the score with Morales, they faced off again in the highly anticipated rubber match. And right from the opening bell, Pacquiao made a statement about his intentions.
Morales, who landed some good right hands in the first fight, tried to drive Pacquiao back with right hands there, but Manny comes back with a torrent of punches from his own. Now Pacquiao lands a right and a left, and another right hook. Down goes Morales on a Pacquiao right hand.
The brave Mexican warrior tried to stand toe-to-toe, but was no match for the younger, stronger, faster Filipino star.
Morales chases him and lands a right. They trade punches at the rope. And when they trade punches, Morales takes a gamble with Pacquiao's strength and power. And down he goes. It's hard to imagine how Morales can last long against this. What guts by Morales! He strafes Pacquiao with right hands, even while on unsteady feet.
Pacquiao continued his relentless assault, putting an exclamation point on the latest epic trilogy.
Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. Manny wants to finish Morales right here. And the brave heart of Morales holds up, but his legs go again. Third knockdown of the fight by Pacquiao against Morales.
He doesn't want to get
Eric
up.
Morales shakes his head as if to say, I want no more.
A light punching middleweight with fast hands and sound skills, Gil was a resolute operator who had fought well on the road.
Body shot, hard right hand upstairs. Down goes Gil, first knockdown of the fight in the second round.
Gil always seemed troubled by the Golovkin power, as well he should. Even when the WBA challenger landed in the third round, Golovkin landed a shot of his own almost at the same time. The power discrepancy was just too great.
Down goes Gil again on a brilliant right hand.
Golovkin's shot splayed Gil's senses, and he was swiftly saved to fight another day.
Gil trying to get his head together. And Gil can't go forward. And it's a third round knockout for Golovkin.
That was smart by Gil. He saw he had no balance. The contest had already been decided.
June 2008, in his first fight at 135 pounds, Pacquiao met David Diaz for Diaz's lightweight title belt. Pacquiao's remarkable hand speed was on display early and often.
Uppercut by Pacquiao. mixing his punches brilliantly. Catches Diaz with a left hand. The speed and skill of Manny Pacquiao is amazing to behold. A southpaw Jack Dempsey in the lightweight division with speed and power beyond compare.
The courageous Diaz kept coming forward, and Manny's accurate punches continued to connect.
Perfect shot by Pacquiao. And the Pacquiao storm once again continues. The bloody mask speaks for itself.
He's not his punches, he's just too fast.
A nearly flawless Pacquiao performance came to an end in round 9.
Increasingly on the defensive, Diaz has less and less to offer. How many more? Down he goes, and Dracula stops the fight.
After Miguel Cotto beat Sergio Martinez, a WBC interim title opportunity against Marco Antonio Rubio presented itself for Golovkin.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hard-punching Rubio had seen better days and lost his title on the scales when coming in over the limit.
Dodger first baseman.
Oh, hard hook and a right hand by Golovkin. Rubio comes back with a right hand of his own.
Rubio was out-punched in the opener and caught with an arcing right hand on top of the head in the second. Such a novel shot, delivered by the granite fists of Golovkin, naturally sent Rubio's facilities scrambling, and his evening was terminated.
Now he's got him pinned against the ropes.
Let's see how he varies here.
Predator at work. Down goes Rubio.
Touch, touch, touch. Smash.
Left hook smash. Second round knockout. He didn't make it up. It was only a matter of time. It's always just a matter of time.
December 2008. Pacquiao and Oscar De La Hoya squared off in a much-celebrated dream match. From the opening bell, Pacquiao's speed advantage shocked De La Hoya and rocked him back on his heels.
He takes a straight left hand and a right hook from Pacquiao, and Pacquiao lands a brilliant uppercut up the middle. You might describe the first couple of rounds as shock and awe.
Blending his blinding speed with precision accuracy, Pacquiao continued peppering De La Hoya to the head and body.
He's getting hit with virtually every shot that Pacquiao throws.
This is getting embarrassing.
And he is gradually reconfiguring De La Hoya's beautiful face.
You can't handle your speed, son.
Manny Pacquiao never let up on boxing's most well-known star.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya.
After 8 brutal rounds, De La Hoya's corner had seen enough.
There's no reason to continue with this. He's too fast. Are you okay? Are you with that?
It's done! Manny Pacquiao has beaten Oscar.
Final jaunt to Monte Carlo to date. Rugged Brit Martin Murray had a reputation as a tough guy who could brawl with anyone, but struggled to get over the line in big fights. Golovkin appeared to have found the measure of Murray in the fourth, when he dropped his opponent twice with raking body assaults.
Golovkin is a fighter from another planet. And Murray's down! Right to the body. Winces in front of us. Another right to the body, and Murray is down again. Breathes deep. Tries to hang on to his world title dream here.
Murray sucked up the punishment and held on until the 10th, when he was dropped again.
All sorts of angles that he's invented, and finally Murray is down. Gets shakily to his feet, right at the end of the round.
Triple G eventually secured the win in the 11th.
Those punches are starting to find a way through, and he's called it off. The referee calls a halt in the 11th. Gennady Golovkin will remain world champion.
May 2009. The red-hot Pacquiao met Ricky the Hitman Hatton. Pacquiao came out on fire, giving Hatton all he could handle in round 1.
Follows the jab with a hook, comes back with another jab. There's the straight left hand, and he landed it right on Hatton's chin. And down goes Hatton after he swings and misses with a left hook. And that's a knockdown for Manny Pacquiao. Hatton wants to fight back. Pacquiao's hands are blindingly fast. Another perfect right hand for Pacquiao. Another right hook. Straight left hand. Pacquiao's landing at will. Hard left hand. Hatton has to hold on. Will Hatton make it out of the round? He's down for the second time. This is the brilliance of the Filipino slugger.
In round 2, Pacquiao closed the show in scintillating fashion.
Hard left hand by Pacquiao. Stunned Hatton, knocked him back. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao, landing with both right and left hands. Boom. Oh my gosh, what a straight left hand. That is that. What an amazing knockout shot. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible.
Given the fairly similar styles of his opposition to this point, Golovkin was offered up fast southpaw Willie Monroe Jr. as the latest sacrificial lamb.
Monroe Jr.
To his credit, Monroe stood inside at times and landed shots on the monster.
Those are big shots Monroe's hitting Golovkin
That's
with.
exactly right.
Willie tasted the canvas as Golovkin increasingly cut off his escape routes.
And when he can have free range target practice, that's what happens.
Down goes Monroe. Trapped him in the corner. Fired one shot to the cheekbone, and down went Willie Monroe. Down goes Monroe for the second time. We've got a minute still to go in round number 2.
Referee Jack Reese stopped the bout in the 6th round.
Willie Monroe says to Jack Reese, I don't want to continue.
He said, I'm done. And he was.
6th round technical knockout for Gennady Golovkin. Maybe he showed a moment of vulnerability or two. Maybe he tantalized future opponents. But at the end of the day, it's knockout number 20 in a row.
November 2009, Pacquiao once again moved up in weight, this time taking on Puerto Rican star Miguel Cotto. Pacquiao and Cotto went at each other with a vengeance, and a couple of the early rounds were classics.
There's the speed advantage for Pacquiao. He starts to open up. Good left hook by Miguel Cotto. Crowd comes out of its seat for that one. Uppercut snaps Pacquiao's head back. Pacquiao hits Cotto with a hard left hand, and another, and another.
Pacquiao began to take control with knockdowns in rounds 3 and 4.
Manny landed a little right hook in there, and follows up by knocking Cotto down. First knockdown of the fight. Now it's Cotto whose back is against the rope, and he fights his way off, and goes down again.
And Cotto is hurt by that knockdown, where he wasn't hurt by the first one.
Cotto was never the same, and now Pacquiao was increasingly relentless.
And Cotto is beginning to retreat constantly, and he almost went down again. Hard right hook by Pacquiao, landing more or less at will now. Cotto backs into the corner, he's in big trouble now. The fight could end in a matter of seconds.
Bloodied and beaten, Miguel Cotto showed tremendous courage, continuing to fight into the final round.
Now Kenny Bayless does his...
The night Triple G tamed David Lemieux was the night he showed the world he possesses a potent arsenal of technical skills to complement his brutal punching power.
Any one punch could end this fight at any moment. Both are lights-out punchers.
Lemieux was a heavy hitter, known for his sizzling left hook. The Canadian lacked footwork and the ability to consistently cut off the ring.
Body shot by Golovkin. Right hand lands. Right hand lands again. Knocks Lemieux into the ropes.
Softening him up off a ramrod left jab, dropping Lemieux in the 5th, and prompting referee Steve Willis's intervention in the 8th.
Always be solid underneath.
Oh, that body shot early, Jim.
Down goes Lemieux. And Golovkin hit him once while he was down. Good right hand by Lemieux, but the uppercut by Golovkin drives him back into the ropes. The body shot hurt him again. Steve Willis is going to stop the fight. Technical knockout for Golovkin in the 8th.
It's a one-sided, lopsided, mismatched beatdown, and Lemieux earned this date tonight. He beat some good fighters to get here.
November 2010. Pacquiao stepped into the ring with Antonio Margarito.
Antonio Margarito has said that Manny Pacquiao better be ready for war. Pacquiao always is, and so are we. Margarito has landed not only some shots, he landed a headbutt followed by a right hand. These are hard shots from a big man.
The size has been a big factor in this fight, as I see right here.
But speed belongs to Pacquiao. Good left hook inside by, or left cross inside by Pacquiao. He lands the right hook too, as Margarito steps in. Pacquiao flirts with the corner there, then moves away. Now his back is against the ropes. Margarito tries to press the action. Pacquiao hits him flush with a big left hand, and then flurries and backs Margarito off again. Pacquiao using the hand speed advantage to get Margarito off of it.
I think you're looking at 12 rounds of nervous jeopardy, but he might win every round. On the other hand, Margarito is telling his corner and has told them several times, according to interpreter Jerry Olaya, he has no power, he can't hurt me. Talking about Pacquiao. Now the marks begin to show on Margarito's face as he has a big red welt under his right eye. So Pacquiao can do that.
Yeah, Margarito's saying that Pacquiao's not hurting him, but his face is telling a different story.
Indeed. And Pacquiao's beginning to land with almost every punch. He's beating Margarito up in this round. There's a huge welt under Margarito's right eye. He's backing Margarito up, and he's hurting him. And Margarito can say all he wants that Pacquiao can't hurt him, but that's not true. Now Margarito catches Pacquiao twice against the ropes, and Manny finally is able to dodge away. But this gives Margarito energy, this gives him will and confidence. Suddenly he's back in the fight, as he's tasted for a moment the advantage of having Pacquiao against the ropes. This is Pacquiao's nightmare, locked in a trap against a much bigger man. Fights his way out of it, bloodies Margarito some more. Margarito banging him against the ropes here, trying to get to Pacquiao's body. That could change the fight. Pacquiao fighting back with his back on the ropes.
And here comes
And he
Manny.
turns it around and bangs Margarito viciously. Left cross straight on the bad eye. And another one. Right on that badly bruised right eye of Margarito. Pacquiao hits him again with the left. Margarito nods at him. Pacquiao hits him at will. He's a former flyweight, beating up one of the biggest welterweights we ever saw. Freddie Roach wanted to get the Texas State Athletic Commission to make Margarito shave off the beard, which probably they would have done. Pacquiao said, leave it there. I want to use it as a target. That's a fighter.
Unbelievable machine.
Greatest offensive fighter of the era. Tattooing Margarito.
Well, when all of the Margarito's just mentally and physically fatigued both. And this right hook.
He's ready to go.
That's one of the biggest jabs I've ever seen.
It was a right hook. He didn't see it coming.
That was a right hook from Pacquiao.
Yeah, Pacquiao
stopped Margarito in his tracks.
Perfect fight.
He really wants to win the fight, even though he's hopelessly behind and getting
no head movement at all. He's a referee. There's no head movement.
Pacquiao looking towards the ref, asking him to stop the fight at this point, it looks to me.
This is not Manny Pacquiao the fighter. This is Manny Pacquiao the congressman, Manny Pacquiao the cultural icon, Manny Pacquiao the citizen of the world. That's the man who's letting Margarito finish. And we're done. Pacquiao has his unanimous decision victory. Margarito has a vicious beatdown to remember, and the satisfaction of having finished the fight.
With the bigger names of the division seemingly swerving the Kazakh, Golovkin was being fed more cannon fodder by promoter Tom Laughlin. Golovkin set about him immediately, dropping Wade late in the first with a right hand.
Now he does. That was big enough.
Yes, it was. Big enough to end the fight, as a matter of fact.
Not enough time in this round.
Walk to me. Give me
The right hand was indeed working overtime in the second, as Wade was down twice and out.
This is a pressure fighter. And down goes Wade for the second time.
I don't think he'll make it back out.
Again on the right hand. Doesn't look eager to get it.
No.
8, 9. The Golovkin left hand, and now it's the right hand.
Same punch.
And let's see if Jack Reese is even going to consider allowing Wade to continue.
7.
After the third knockout of the fight.
9, 10.
And that's it. It's been 2 rounds, a series of right hands. And now
How will Pacquiao react when he's hit by a good, strong puncher? Because that's what Brandon Rios is.
Oh, good left hand by Pacquiao.
There have been some tremendous combinations by Pacquiao in the last 20 or 30 seconds. Pacquiao has shown off his remarkable speed, his still thunderous punching authority, and his ability to get away. from Brandon Rios' forward rushes.
Rios' face is a mess right now.
He promised to show that he was the old Manny Pacquiao and that there's no reason to suggest his career is over. He's done all of that. His first win in 2 years. He dominated every round.
When Chris Eubank Jr. withdrew from the chance to tackle Golovkin on his UK debut, welterweight Kell Brook spied an opportunity and climbed 2 weights for a payday.
Triple G is setting him up, and if you stay on that rope...
Body shot, Brook is in trouble. And Brook reaches out and grabs Gennady Golovkin and gathers him to him after Golovkin hammered him to the liver with a body shot.
Sheffield's Brook was laying hands on an off-color Golovkin in the early going.
Triple G is coming in.
Uppercut by Brook. Crowd comes out of its seats, excited by the uppercut. Brook getting in some heavy shots.
Golovkin dispensed with the boxing around the 4th and instead planted his feet for the knockout.
Seen a straight right, and
Dominic Ingle in the far corner is holding up a towel. Ingle is trying to get referee Marlon Wright to stop the fight, and now he finally throws the towel into the ring, and Gennady Golovkin is going to have a technical knockout victory in round number 5.
As the controversy surrounding the Canelo rematch rumbled on, Golovkin honored the May date with Jaime Munguia being proposed as an opponent. When inexperienced Munguia was rejected, veteran Vanes Martirosyan got the call. Despite being a capable contender at 154 pounds, Martirosyan was deemed by many to be much too small for Golovkin. So it proved, as Gennady blasted him away in 2 rounds, showing scant regard for any of the shots coming back at him. Unbeaten, Steve Rolls arrived very much in the Dominic Wade mold of opponents. The Canadian had swift hands and tagged Golovkin occasionally during a brave showing.
Answers back now with his own combination, fires out and lands a left hand. Good jab by Rolls after the right.
Some said Triple G looked older. There was nothing wrong with his sharpness when the heavy shots started landing. Rolls was removed in the 4th from a powerful barrage.
Golovkin now backs up, and yes, a right hand to the head. Rolls does look rocked. Hook to the head as well, and he's hurt. Rolls tries to fire back, but he's on wobbly legs. And he misses that hook and a right hand over the top. That hook landed, and down goes Rolls in a heat. This might be over already.
This fight is over.
His right arm is pinned down. Rolls looks up.
8, 9, he's out.
There's your answer. Triple G sends a message to Canelo in sudden fashion.
Over 12,000 fans cheered their hero as the Golovkin magic continues to bedazzle the boxing public.